What's up, Cowboys Nation? Your Dallas Cowboys are back at it, sharpening their game, building chemistry, and making the kinds of moves that can only mean one thing. They're serious about contending in 2025. Every position group is pushing to get better. The energy at OTAs is real, and one major upgrade to this offense has fans and players buzzing. We're talking George Pickkins. And folks, this isn't just another receiver trade. This is about a talented young player who wanted to be in Dallas and made sure it happened. Trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. Before we break it all down, from Pickens' explosive exit from Pittsburgh to what this means for CD, Lamb, KaVontae Turpin, and the wide receiver depth chart, smash that like button if you're hyped about this Cowboys offense. And hit subscribe if you love staying locked in on everything happening with America's team. All right, let's get into this. Because George Pickens just told the world he forced his way to Dallas. The Cowboys made headlines this offseason by trading for former Steelers wide receiver George Pickkins, a move that immediately bolstered their receiver core. But it turns out this wasn't just a front office deal. According to Pickens himself, he made it happen. A few days ago, Pickens fired off a series of now viral posts on social media. It started with a Steelers fan mocking his time in Pittsburgh, posting a thread of his lowlights. Pickens, clearly not having it, clapped back in the most cowboy way possible. "Lamau, I play for Cowboys, bro. Stop reminiscing." Then he added, "Y'all just lost another good player to fake reports like this one." But the real bombshell? That came in a now-deleted tweet where Pickens wrote, "I forced hire it, buddy. They were gladly keeping me. Have a nice day and a blessed one, my guy." There it is. Pickens didn't just want out of Pittsburgh. He wanted in on what Dallas is building. And now that he's here, his new teammates are raving about him. CD Lamb, the Cowboys' undisputed WR1, had this to say about his new running mate. Everything. His demeanor, everything he brings to the table, deep threat ability, able to block, and just the energy he brings to the game. We complement each other very well. He hasn't stopped smiling since he got here. That's coming from a guy who knows what elite talent looks like. And Lamb isn't the only one who's impressed. Dak Prescott, the man who'll be throwing Pickens the ball, didn't mince words either. Huge, yeah, very huge. I mean, looking at the guy's tape, you see what he does, the kind of receiver he is. He's going to win one-on-ones. He can win 2v1 if he has to. Very, very talented guy. So what's the plan? Pickens slides in as the clear WR2 behind CD Lamb. He brings size, attitude, deep threat ability, and a chip on his shoulder. Exactly the kind of edge this offense needs. But that raises another question, with Lamb and Pickens locked in. At the top, the attention now shifts to the battle for WR3, and let me tell you, it's heating up. One name that keeps coming up, KaVontae Turpin. Turpin is coming off his best season in Dallas. 420 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, and an all-pro performance as a return specialist. He just signed a 3-year extension this offseason, meaning he's locked in through 2027. But more than the contract, Turpin's real case for WR3 is how he plays. Dan Rogers from Blogging the Boys called him a legitimate breakout candidate for 2025. And it makes sense. He's explosive, experienced, and already trusted by the coaching staff. But make no mistake, there's competition. Ryan Flournoy's 4th round pick is still in the mix. Jalen Tolbert, who's shown flashes, enters a contract year. And Paris Campbell, signed to a 1-year deal, is hoping to resurrect his career in Big D. Then there's Jonathan Mingo and Jalen Brooks, 2 young players still under rookie deals. So what do the Cowboys do? Do they lean on Turpin, who's locked in long-term and brings dynamic versatility? Do they give Tolbert one more shot to break through? Or do they look for a wild card like Flournoy to explode onto the scene? Blogging. The boys summed it up best. The decision shouldn't be about money. It should be about who plays best. And honestly, that's what this team is about in 2025. This Cowboys offense is being re-engineered for explosion. You've got CD Lamb, a top 5 WR in the league, George Pickens with WR1 upside and something to prove. A deep battle for WR3 featuring Turpin, Tolbert, Flournoy, and more. Dak Prescott, motivated, healthy, and fully in command. And let's not forget Mike Zimmer's influence on the defensive side, giving the offense the freedom to take risks. Pickkins, forcing his way to Dallas, that's not a fluke. That's a statement. Players are seeing what's being built here, and they want in. And when guys like Lamb and Dak are this excited about a new teammate, it's not just hype, it's real chemistry. So what does this all mean for the 2025 Cowboys? It means this team isn't settling. They're not waiting for success to happen. They're going after it piece by piece, and Pickkins is the latest weapon in the arsenal. Let's rewind for a second. Earlier this offseason, the Cowboys were shopping for a backup quarterback. Names like Jacoby Brissett and Drew Lock were floated around, experienced veterans, sure, but they come with a price tag. And we all know, with cap space tight and extensions looming, every dollar counts. But instead of overpaying for average, Jerry Jones made a different call. Enter Joe Milton, former Tennessee QB and 6th-round draft pick. Cost? Practically nothing. Salary? Just over $1 million a year. Experience? Not much. But talent? Now we're talking. Milton's nickname is Bazooka Joe. And folks, it's not just a gimmick. This guy can launch the football 85 yards. He's 6'5", 245 pounds, and built like a linebacker with the arm of a superhero. And the best part? He chose to come to Dallas. That's right. According to reports, when the Patriots drafted Milton and asked where he wanted to go, his answer was simple: Dallas, and Jerry Jones made it happen. So what's happening now? According to our insider, Mike Fisher from CowboysCountry.com, Milton is already getting second-team reps at OTAs. Not third, second. That's a big deal. Offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer has a project on his hands, a raw but gifted QB with Josh Allen-like traits. The consistency isn't there yet. The decision-making still needs refining. But the tools are undeniable. And you know who Milton is learning from every single day? Dak Prescott. Milton himself has mentioned how much he's already picked up from Dak, from footwork and reads to the mental side of the game. That kind of mentorship is invaluable for a young QB. Let's be clear, this isn't about competition. This is Dak's team. But the Cowboys might be developing the best backup quarterback they've had in years, and they're doing it for a fraction of the cost. Now, some critics have said this move proves Jerry Jones is being cheap. But let me ask you, is it really cheap if it works? Milton is a low-cost, high-upside player in a league where cap flexibility is gold. The Cowboys didn't have to give up any major picks. They didn't have to restructure deals or cut veterans. They made a low-risk investment in a guy who could be a legitimate QB2 by the fall, and with Dak's contract negotiations still on the horizon, having a developmental option behind him, someone you're already grooming in-house, is just smart football management. Jerry didn't go cheap, he went efficient. And guess what? So far it's paying off. Joe Milton's story is only beginning, but the signs are promising. This isn't just a camp arm. This is a player with rare physical traits, a clean slate, and the right system to grow in. He's already turning heads at OTAs, and if that development continues, the Cowboys might have just pulled off the steal of the offseason. Let's not forget, Milton was a 6th-round pick less than a year ago, and now he's already in the mix for real playing time if needed. That kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens because the staff believes in the upside. And with Schottenheimer coaching him and Prescott mentoring him, Joe Milton just might become a name every Cowboys fan knows by the end of 2025. All right, Cowboys Nation, your turn. Do you think George Pickkins will thrive in Dallas? Was this trade a genius move by the front office or a risky play? And who's your pick for WR3? Turpin, Tolbert, someone else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear it all, and if you loved this breakdown and want more exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes insight, and roster analysis from right here in Cowboys Country, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. The 2025 season is shaping up to be something special. How? About them Cowboys?